Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I want to thank all my subscribers. Remember, you're part of my family. I want to thank you. And for all the new people who just seeing me, please subscribe. Hit that like button. Folks, hit that like button. It doesn't cost you a nickel. I tell you that all the time. Let's talk about Diddy, because there's just so much breaking news going on about Diddy. What do you believe? What don't you believe? Okay? Now, first of all, I want everybody to know I do not hate Diddy. Okay? So let's get that out of your mind. I feel sorry for anybody that's got to be in prison. And I know what it is in MDC and the deplorable conditions that are there. But obviously, they only sent us bad boys there. All right? Bad boy. I was a bad boy. Okay? I was there. Inner City Press broke the news today that juror George is being investigated. Now, I predicted this would happen. Actually, I think all the jurors are being investigated. Now there's questions, could the judge overturn the jury verdict, or can he? I read to you where the judge could. Tisha Tells was saying this morning that no, he can't because it's double jeopardy. So, I had to study that double jeopardy law, and I'll get more information on that and get back to you on that there. But let's analyze, and this is only me talking. I don't have any proof as to what I'm saying. It's just me, my thoughts, how I think, because folks, I'm 80 years old. I survived on the streets. I'm here to tell you my story. Okay? Diddy grew up with his mom, Janice. Now, they're saying that Janice had parties every week and there was a lot of sex and this and that. And that might be so. But Rolling Stones wrote a very, very interesting article, all right, about Diddy growing up. Then some of the things I never knew. I always knew Diddy was smart, but I didn't realize he attended Howard University for a couple of years. So that's pretty impressive. And the other thing, and I always said Diddy's a smart guy. He ain't stupid. Anybody thinks he's stupid, you got this guy wrong. But Inner City broke the press, and then Tisha broke the story this morning. And then Tisha Tells came out with it also. So you could hear both of them talking about that there. But I want to tell you about what I read when Diddy was growing up. Okay? Let's step aside from his mom Janice having those kind of parties that she had. Okay? Diddy was this little boy. Maybe he's seen things, so forth. But what stuck out to me was the fact that Diddy was Catholic and he was an altar boy. Now that struck me very funny. Is it possible that Diddy was molested by a priest? Because we all know what happened with a lot of priests throughout the world. All right, Catholic churches paying a lot of money to victims because a lot of young men were molested by priests. Folks, that's my speculation. It's very possible that happened. And, I never heard Diddy say it. I never heard anybody else say it. It's only me thinking that that's a possibility. So please understand that. Don't crucify me for saying that. All right? Now, I'm not sticking up for Diddy here. Okay? He is a woman beater. But he wasn't charged for beating women. Maureen Comey, I think she put in that RICO indictment, and I think she knew she would lose on that there. because she really wanted Diddy that badly. She could have had him on, she could have indicted him on gun charges. She could have had him on drug charges. And those two alone, the guy would do 20 years. She didn't do that. So everybody says she overcharged. Nah, she undercharged. She wrote that purposely, and she knew she didn't have a chance of getting that RICO Act there. Well, let's get back to the jurors. You know, folks, all it takes for the FBI is to get one juror to talk. One juror is going to get scared. If he took money from Diddy's people or took money from somebody, he's going to be afraid to go to jail. That could overturn a lot of things. I'm not saying it happened. Okay? I'm saying the possibilities of all this happening. But, you know, Diddy wasn't born to be what he became. He became what he came as a result of things that happened in his life. We all become a result of certain things that happen in our life as we get older. And most of the things that we learn come from when we were young. So everybody wants to point the finger at Clive Davis, an old man with dementia, but I don't think he was the first guy. I just don't. So folks, there's a lot of other things breaking about Diddy, okay? And I hope you understand what I'm saying here. And you know, folks, this is not a black issue. Has nothing to do with Diddy being black, and I want to say that, okay? People say that I'm crucifying him only because he's black. I love black people, folks, okay? I know, all right? You know, so get that out of your mind. I go after Epstein. I go after Abercrombie Fitch. I go after these those brothers, all right? Got more crimes than Diddy ever thought about having, okay? And they're all white. So let's not go there. Let's just call it what it is. Diddy is a man, all right? Did he get a raw deal? I thought he got a good deal. Maureen Comey is hiding a lot here. I just feel it, all right? Because don't forget, she's the one who hit a lot of Epstein stuff. How is it she keeps ending up on these same trials? Go figure. All right, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. God bless you all. Have a great day.